What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. If I can get my words out, this is day 4. Should be day what? Oh wait, let me get this out of here. Should be day like 6, I think. But I missed 2 days, so sorry about that. But we're getting back on it, and tomorrow and Sunday there will be 2 videos both of those days, so we'll be caught back up after the weekend. So today, this morning, as of a few hours ago, I went to the DMV and got my driver's license. So that's pretty cool, and I kind of want to talk about it because it's something that I was very nervous about, and I know a lot of people probably are. So, some DMVs have to they have you do. They have you make an appointment beforehand, and the one I was gonna go to actually was gonna make me, and it's really weird. You can't make you have to make your appointment 24 hours beforehand. Or no, not that. You can only make it the day before, so it's like a first come first serve kind of thing. You can't like plan it like a week in advance or whatever. No, you just have to wake up early in the morning, the day before you want to go. You have to wake up early in the morning and then fill it out. It's not that it's really gay. I don't know why you can't just do it like a week in advance. But whatever. So I decided to go to a DMV that doesn't make you make an appointment because it's a small town. It's a smaller town. There's like 3 people who live there. So I went there, and so you have to bring your social security card, your birth certificate, and your driver's permit. In the state of Illinois, I don't know what the rules are in other states. You have to bring like a book thing. You have to bring your logbook, and you have to have 50 hours of driving, and 10 of those hours have to be at night. And they don't really look at it. They really don't. So that as long as like you can get like a parent or guardian signature, you're gonna be fine. You don't really need to do all that. I did it last night. Or I filled out the book just to be sure that they did like look at it, but only because my mom actually handed it to them. I think if she wouldn't have handed it to them and just signed saying that she did it, they would not have thought twice about it. So that's not something to worry about. But I'd still bring it. Some DMVs might be different. Some might be stingy. The test itself was pretty chill. We just kind of went around the town, went to a couple intersections. Just took a couple turns, couple stop signs, couple stoplights, whatever. Whole thing. I parked. I did this thing. My driver's ed teacher called it a turnabout, which I don't think that's the correct term for it. I think he was just geeked. But it was basically where you would go. You'd pull in somewhere, and then you'd have to pull back out. So you'd go. That sounds weird. So you'd go into like where you would go into like a parking lot, right? And instead of keep going forward, you brake, you stop, you put in reverse, and then you back out, and you have to stay in your. So it's like a backwards left turn, basically. You left turn forward. Instead, you're doing it backwards. So it's a little weird, but I did it. I did it perfectly. It was beautiful. Just seen it. Yeah, but the test itself isn't that hard as long as you actually like know what you're doing and know the rules of the road. Some DMVs are actually a lot harder, in like busier places. I assume it's harder in busier areas. I went to a more, I think what's the right word, residential area. But yeah, it's not that bad. You don't have to be perfect. I remember when I first like thought about it, I thought, oh my god, I have to take this test. I have to be perfect, otherwise I'm gonna, if I do even the slightest thing wrong, they're gonna fail me. Because I imagine that they're like that's the fun part of the job, telling some poor kid that you failed his driver's test. But no, if you make a couple mistakes, don't worry, they're not gonna be like super stingy. From my experience, I'm saying at least. Actually, everyone I've talked to, no one's ever had like a super stingy person. Apparently, back in the day, I don't know if this is just like how they did it at like bigger schools, like where my dad went to school. He told me about this. Apparently, they used to do it like, they used to do you did your test at your school with your driver's ed teacher, and then you would go to the DMV and just get your license there. You just get your license. You don't have to take a test or whatever. But I guess it's different now. You also don't have to take a written test now. I guess I thought I had to take a written test when I got there, but then the person, whoever I was with, she was like, oh no, you don't gotta do that. So that was nice. I didn't have to take the written test. I just had to take the practical one, and I did pretty good. as I said, I passed. So for those of you who are pushing the age or about to go take your test, it's nothing to worry about too much. Be sure not to like look like garbage. I didn't really look good in my picture, and I'm kind of annoyed about it. I didn't look great today. I don't really know why. I actually need a haircut, so I kind of look like garbage. That's probably my only real issue. Another thing is, I'm not even able to really go anywhere yet by myself because I'm not under my insurance plan, I guess. Apparently, at least the way mine works, I guess, I don't really know why it's like this, but apparently I can't be put under the insurance plan until I get my license. So once I get my license, then I can be put under the insurance policy. I don't really know why it's like that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like that should be a thing when I get my permit instead of, waiting all until I get my license. Or I feel like that should be something that should be like filled out at the DMV when you like get your license, when you're doing all the paperwork, but whatever. Just, it's fine. So I have to wait a little while until I can do that. I guess I just have to wait till, my mom wants to call the insurance company and tell them, hey, he's good. But yeah, this could be a bit of a shorter video. There's really not much else to talk about. Hopefully I'm going to be going somewhere later today when I finally get this issue figured out. So, yeah, that's about it. So see you guys tomorrow on day 5.